Facebook friends and family. How are you guys doing this evening? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual. It is still August the 18th, 2025, and it is currently 8:27 p.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. I'm going to be really quick because I'm about to get picked up really quickly or whatever. But I was just channeling the Netflix series Maid. And I remember when I first watched Netflix. This is when I lived in my house on Griggs. And my friend Alexandria had lived with me and my kids. Her and her kids had lived with me and my kids at the time. And my friend Tiffany had came to visit from Texas or whatever. And Alexandria and we were watching Maid. This is around the time we was watching Maid, P-Valley, and all that type of stuff. And in the midst of us watching Maid, me and Alexandria boo-hoo crying. I'm talking about we crying watching that shit. And Tiffany like, I don't understand what y'all crying for, this, that, and the other. But Tiffany didn't have any kids. Alexandria and I both were single mothers raising our kids by ourselves. So when Maid came out, it had made me very emotional, especially since I had been through being a home health aide, working for direct care and all that type of stuff, and making it check by check, paycheck to paycheck, trying to live, missing my car notes, trying to keep up with my house and everything I had going on. Even though around that time I was doing pretty good, I had my own house, I was able to run the MILF market, and I was managing or whatever. My car had got repoed like once or twice, but I always managed to get it back or whatever. But it was still a difficult time raising the kids. And on top of that, I had let my friend come and live with me, and she had 3 kids as well. And it was real hectic or whatever. One of her kids ended up wanting to stay with his dad or whatnot. So it was just her and her 2 kids that were at my house. And she was assisting me. Alexandria was helping me run the MILF market. Like, I would season the meat up and everything like that, and she would barbecue the meat. And Alexandria can barbecue. Now, one of my other friends who tried to help me sell food one time, she can't barbecue worth shit. But Alexandria can throw down on that motherfucking grill. So we had that bitch jumping. Okay? So I'm channeling Maid. And the single mother, she was trying so hard to raise her daughter. She couldn't find a babysitter. Her car ended up getting in a car accident. Her mama was dumb as fuck. And, she couldn't rely on nobody, and her boss wouldn't understand. And she was going through so much, she just had to sit down and cry. And I had plenty of nights and days like that where I had to just sit down and fucking cry. And it's just bringing me to this day and time. Like, it was days I had to go to work. I didn't know where I was going to get no gas money from, this, that, and the other. But time has changed so much. Like, you can go to work now and you can get same day pay and all that type of stuff. So, like, I know Amazon offers that. A few other companies offer, like, same day pay once you end your shift. Or if you got a car and good license and registration insurance, you can easily turn on Lyft or DoorDash or something like that and get an instant payment when you're done. So those are the benefits now. That's how we're surviving as well. Like, when I did have my car and being a single mother and not having a 9 to 5, I was able to rely on like Lyft, Uber, DoorDash, or something like that. So for some reason I'm channeling Maid, and maybe it's because of the stuff that I've been going through with DHS, which I have been treated very unfair with DHS too. And I'm not really one for receiving cash assistance or anything like that, but I applied for it. And most of the time I apply for it, I still never go to work first or anything like that. But I said I was going to go to work first and start from the bottom and make me a new resume and fill out all type of job applications, which last month, I filled out 15 job applications, but then I ended up needing a new SIM card, and my SIM card still to this day hasn't come in the mail yet. So, even if any of those jobs did call me, I wouldn't know. So I said I was going to go to work first and start all over and start from the bottom and build myself up. And it was just making me think of the Netflix series Maid and how she was struggling so hard and nobody seemed to understand her or whatever. And she was taking on dead end jobs, nasty jobs, being a maid, making her sick as fuck and shit like that. And I'm telling you, I have been there. I had home health care jobs where people were sick as fuck, cancer, smelling up the house, nasty as fuck. I'm throwing up, trying to clean up, and all this just to make $1. I done had the days where I had to donate plasma to feed my kids and everything like that, not being able to pick up the phone and call not a single soul. But I made it. So it's something about, I'm hearing, hold on, help is on the way. So it's like something about that, like, don't give up. Like, even if you feel like you can't do it, you don't got $1 to your name, you don't know which way to turn, you don't got nobody to call or nothing like that, you still got to keep your head up. And I'm hearing that, like, ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. So, oh, my Uber is about to pull up. But yeah, it's something about that, like, keep your head up, keep going, don't get discouraged. And I'm seeing that, like, and granted, I'm overqualified for a lot of jobs. I seen the Facebook status earlier that said it had showed a picture of basically you being fruitful because you have talents and skills, or what you can produce just because you have a degree. And do you know that 9 times out of 10, somebody who never went to college, never got a degree, can produce great work, and sometimes better than people who spent 15 years in college? Is because while you was keeping your head in a book, I was out here in the field. I've been in the field like the children of the corn, learning this shit day by day, experience, working hard as fuck. So it's something about that too. I'm hearing we've been watching you. Somebody's been watching me, blood, sweat, and tears. And it's like you don't even need a degree. And that's funny because my brother, I was upstairs smoking with my brother and his friend the other day, and we was talking. And I'm like, yeah, they need to just put me on the field. She's like, no, I really think you should go to school to be like an FBI agent or something. I'm like, no, they need to put me on the field right now. And I was just joking. I was downstairs finishing Rebel Ridge. But it's something about that. And when I was just taking my shower a few minutes ago, I kept hearing like there's a lawyer who's been watching you and he wants you to work for him. And granted, don't ever feel like you're underqualified just because you don't have a degree. Because there's plenty of people out here that can do a job 10 times better than somebody who spent 10 years in school getting a degree. So that's for somebody too. Like, apply for the job. Even if you don't got the qualifications, you got the skills. And the education is the experience is the education that you got from being out here in the field. So that's for somebody. It's bringing me to the movie King Arthur 2, where they thought he was going to be a fool, a dummy. He wasn't going to be able to get that back, the sword. He wasn't going to be able to claim his throne, but he did. And they underestimated him because he wasn't into all the stuff that they was into, and he didn't go to school for this, and he wasn't brought up in the occult and everything like that. But at the end of the day, he was like, well, shit, I was raised by prostitutes in the hood and shit. I know what to do. And he got out there and he did that shit and he claimed his throne. So it's something about that. Like, don't be discouraged. Apply, even if you don't qualify, because yes, the fuck you do. So have a great day, guys. My Uber's outside. I love y'all. Be safe.